So yeah, I was. How was your Ramadan? First off.
How was it?
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, you know what I'm saying?
Might have to move it a little closer.
Alhamdulillah, you know what I'm saying? It was what it was supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? You realize stuff about yourself that you need to change, that you need to work on, and you go about, the steps of working on it, and I feel like that's what I did, and, not perfect, but
yeah,
made it through. Some people died during Ramadan, you know what I'm saying? It's a very, it's a blessed way to go, blessed time to go, but still trying to get these blessings.
Right. Mine was rocky. Started out strong, then it got rocky in between. My sinuses would not allow me to fast. I'm talking about like I would be putting out buckets of mucus, fam.
For real?
Yeah, man. Like blowing my nose for the first 3-4 hours of the morning. I had to get to the point where I had to start taking sinus medicine. And I don't know what it is. It's just that there's a certain time of the year when the pollen is at its highest, and I can't just sneeze and blow my nose, sneeze and blow my nose, no matter what I do. Sinus medicine only lasts for an hour, 2 hours at tops. I'm talking about Sudafed, everything.
Right.
It'll dry everything up, but once this shit stops working, I'm right back blowing nose. And it's just, you got to keep yourself hydrated.
Right.
So it's like a lot of days I got to make up, but alhamdulillah, I'm still able to make them up. I had to do a lot of soul searching too, because since we wasn't doing a podcast for Ramadan, I had to really think like, am I going through a midlife crisis? Because I've been watching these shows where these dudes is 38, 39 years old, and they all of a sudden want to do something different with their life. The first thing the wife yelled was midlife crisis. I had am I really going? Am I going through a midlife crisis? Luckily, I got some people in my corner. I talked to one guy, and he was like, no, it's something that you want to do, that you like to do. And he, straight up, this wasn't available when I was in my 20s.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I was in my 20s, if I wasn't getting high, because I'm so high, all I smell like is smoke. That was my everyday life at that time. But now I'm not, and this shit's available. So, because I was talking to him, like, is this streaming and making content? Am I doing too much? And he was like, nah, man, we didn't have this when we was at age. If we had it when we was that age, we'd probably be doing it. And I was like, that makes sense. So it reassured me.
Right.
And then I also thought about like the exact direction I wanted the podcast to go. And I've been listening to a lot of lectures, and they turned the screensaver off. But I've been listening to a lot of lectures, and of course I'm always on YouTube, and I had to ask myself, like, I know I'm not a scholar. I know I'm trying to help out new Muslims, but I'm also trying to provide great content. So I don't know.
Yeah, trying to find a balance in there.
Thank you. And I was thinking maybe as dope as Shakespeare 101 the title is, maybe that's still pigeonholing us to just the deen.
I can see that. I can see that people tuning in thinking it's going to be a lot or contain them purely. You know what I'm saying? Talk about the deen, and there'll be times where we're not talking about the deen.
Yeah, and that's I think I want to eliminate that, because like any religious community, the Muslim community is very judgmental, and I can see them feeling the ways because I called it Shakespeare 101.
Right.
And there's some episodes where I told y'all I cuss like a sailor, so I'm gonna be saying some wild shit that ain't got nothing to do with the deen. And I can hear them, brother, what are you doing, brother? Yeah. Astaghfirullah. You know, and it's because, we have this this American culture that we're trying to sift through the deen. You know what I'm saying? Like, the American culture is the dirt. The deen is the sifter, and we're just trying to sift to make that gold. And so, like, but the American culture is unlike any other Eastern ones or whatever. Right. But great segue.
It's just the West.
Great segue. Have you watched Rami yet?
Rami, what's that?
The Muslim show I told you to watch.
Nah, is it out?
It's been out.
It's on Hulu though, right?
Yeah, but you ain't. Look, man, I thought I gave you the website to, allegedly watch stuff without having to log in. Allegedly, there's a website.
The Allegedly podcast.
Allegedly, there's a website where you can go and you can type stuff in. You can watch anything you want.
I didn't catch that wave.
Okay,
I
might have to send that to you because that show.
But no, I see the trailer.
That show is exactly the ilk or the lane that this podcast is going to be in.
Okay.
And when I was watching this show, that's what made me think maybe I need to change the name. Maybe because he's Muslim, he's Egyptian, he lives in America. He's living an American life, but he's Muslim. And almost everything that I've experienced since I converted was happening in the show. Almost everything. There's certain things I stopped doing. But there were certain things that was happening. Then when he went to Egypt thinking he's going to go over there and...
Well, don't spoil it, baby. God,
But anyway, the show's comedy. I can't wait to the second season or whatnot. So, the show is comedy.
I'm going to get on that.
Yeah, I'm going to send you the website, the alleged website that you can go to.
You know what
I'm saying? Because we don't do pirating over here. But it's not pirating.
I'm the captain now.
But it's not pirating if you just tuning in. You know what I'm saying? You just got some information that you put to use. Anyway.
Allegedly.
But, after watching that show, that's what made me think exactly where that was going. So yeah, I got my little pre-production list here I made up one day while I was at work. You know what I'm saying?
Something light.
Something that I think I'm gonna start trying, just typing out little things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we've covered a lot already. But did you watch When They See Us?
Man, I tuned in to When They Seen Us. We watched the first episode. First thing I want to say is I didn't peep how long the episodes were. I was like, oh yeah, we can watch this. We was eating and everything. We can watch this real quick, you know what I'm saying? Bang out a couple episodes. I thought that was gonna be 30, 45 minutes. It was a solid hour. I was like, ooh.
Each one of them hour and a half, hour 45 minutes, fam.
She thought it was a movie. I was like, no, this is a series. But
well, we're going to let you finish that before we really go in depth on that. But I wasn't going to watch it. It's four. It's four
episodes?
Four parts. I wasn't going to watch it. My wife wanted to watch it. I'm not watching that because all I was going to do is piss me off.
Exactly. I can't.
So, for my birthday, I went and got my beard shaped up because I needed to get the split ends trimmed and I wanted it faded and all that good stuff for my birthday. So they was watching it. And I'm sitting there talking I didn't want to watch it. I said, but damn, that'd be good podcast material.
Right.
So I probably need to watch it. To make a long story short, I'm sitting here grinding on 2K, of course, and I watch it. My wife comes in. She's pissed because I watched it without her.
Of course.
But, I told her I was
you
like...
can't put your socks on with it.
Are you putting your socks on? Don't you know I'm supposed to help you?
I ain't got my socks on. We can put our socks on together. Oh, man. Hey,
But, yeah, I went here and watched it. So, yeah, I'm going to let you go ahead and finish it before we move on into that. Which, me talking about how that came about was a great segue. I just turned 37 last week. And I'm feeling it physically.
Physically?
My back is killing me, bro. I'm trying to tell you. I might have to go to a chiropractor or something.
Have you tried yoga? I got somebody, one of my coworkers said she
we thought about it, but it's all about everything now. I realize more and more each day, everything is about proper planning. And with the way my wife's job is set up, she wants to do it together. And you just heard us laughing about me watching when they see us without her. There's no way in hell I'm going to do yoga without her. Like, I might as well just, take my pillow to the couch and just get ready for the ending if I start doing yoga without her.
So your yoga on the down low.
Yeah, so that goat yoga. Nah, but we gotta time management. We gotta figure out like when we can do that. We've thought about Sundays because that's the day that both of us can most definitely have off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that was before I was thinking about streaming, because now I'm trying to figure out what nights I'm going to stream.
Right.
And I know at least 2 nights a week I'm going to stream, once on Twitch, once on YouTube. And I hate to say this, but I'm starting to consider Xbox for the simple fact niggas is getting hacked in PlayStation right now.
They getting hacked?
There's been niggas getting hacked. But I also did the 2-step verification, so I don't think the other niggas who got hacked had 2-step verification.
Right.
I went and got 2-step
Definitely
verification.
get your 2-step verification.
Yeah.
People.
So I got the 2-step verification, so anytime someone tries to log in, it'll alert on my phone.
Right.
So right now, definitely still thinking PlayStation. New consoles are coming out 2020.
Right.
Holiday season 2020. So it gives me more than enough time to figure out if I'm going to actually change. At the same time, though, they're thinking about doing cross-platform because Google just came up with Stadia, whatever the hell that shit is. But Google
is that
has
a console or what is it?
Yeah, Google has their own console that allows you to stream from their cloud or something. I don't know, but all I know is PlayStation and Xbox don't want to be wiped out by the competition.
Right.
So I think the rumor is they're going to do cross-platform play. They already do it in the 2K League. I don't know if you ever watched any of the 2K League games. So I was watching it yesterday. They had the ticket. It was elimination, single game elimination, and certain players on the team had PlayStation controllers. Certain players on the team had Xbox controllers, but they were all playing.
Right.
So they have the capability.
So they able to do it.
Yeah, they just ain't did it for some reason. But they have. I mean, they already do it on Fortnite and shit.
Right.
So they have the capability to do it across all the games.
Right.
They just ain't did it yet. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens once the new consoles come out too. Because PlayStation 5 and Xbox Project Scarlet, whatever the fuck they calling it, is coming out next year.
So Xbox got one coming too next year.
Yeah.
Man, these Xboxes, bro, they're
expensive as shit though.
They don't be as durable as PlayStations.
That's the reason why I stopped fucking with Xbox. I had an Xbox 360, 3 of them. When that third one got the red ring of death, I said I'd never go back. Plus, it was a pain in the ass changing the batteries in my controller. Like, that's something else that I don't miss from Xbox. Don't get me wrong, I had fun on Xbox. I like the UI, all of that. But that last red ring of death, I said, no, I'm not doing this no more. Got me a PlayStation 3, and I ain't looked back since. It's something comforting about, like, I ain't got to worry about no red ring of death with these.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I have yet, inshallah, this don't happen in the future, but I have yet to have any of my PlayStations break down on me as much as Xbox.
Still got a PlayStation 2 that if you trying to run some, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that bad boy will work. PlayStation is the Toyota of the console.
Leave it on for 3 days because your memory card ain't
PlayStation is definitely the Lexus or Toyota of consoles, fam. Like they don't break. They very rarely overheat, especially these new thin ones. This thin one.
So you know how they always come out with the first one, and the first one's got all these issues. Does this, does that. Are you gonna get the first one that comes out, or are you gonna wait for them to come out with some type of?
Fuck no! I never get the first.
You never get
any
the first
any
wave?
Technology. I never get the first wave. I never get the first generation of it because whoever buys it first, you got it first, but you are the guinea pig. You're the one who are running all the problems, all the issues. You're gonna be calling. I'm gonna let you waste your time and call Sony help support and all of that, and try to figure all that out. When they come out with the next generation, that's when I buy it.
Right. So basically, in 21 or 22,
it'll be less than that. They usually bring out. It's like every 6 months or so. So in December of 2020, it'd be 2021. In December of 2020, like around Christmas, that's when they'll sell them all. Around June of 2021, that's when I'll be trading this bad boy in and paying the difference on whatever I get.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hope, inshallah, by then I'll have a bigger desk and all of that good stuff, and you know what I'm saying, a nice setup. But I mean, this homely setup works great right now, so I'm not complaining.
Right.
But yeah, once they do the cross platform, I mean, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Have you been watching the news?
The news, yeah, man. I've been watching the news, man. You know, Raptors won the championship, man.
You're watching the sports news. We all knew the Raptors won the championship. If anybody denied that beforehand, they was a fool. But I saw that coming a long time ago. Even if, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm gonna keep it real. Even if Durant and Clay wasn't hurt, it wasn't happening. They wasn't winning that, fam. It wasn't in the cards.
Until Clay went down last night, it was still 50-50.
They weren't gonna win that, fam. It wasn't gonna happen.
It was still 50-50 for last night as far as the series goes.
As far as the series,
the Raptors was too deep, and
Raptors are too hungry. You got to look at hard work, talent, and determination will always outlive talent by itself. Warriors have the talent, and they already got the rings. They're not as hungry.
Right.
We saw this when New England lost that one year. They went undefeated the whole season.
Right.
They got to the Super Bowl and lost. That's because the other team were hungrier. The Raptors were hungrier.
And some lucky catches, bro.
And the Warriors' morale was crushed because they played Durant last game.
Yeah.
It's Achilles rupture.
Yeah.
Him and Cousins in the same boat now.
Right.
Durant will never be the same.
It's terrible.
I mean, he'll be Gallinari, fam. Durant is gonna be the black Danilo Gallinari. He ain't gonna be able to cut and do all them dunks, but he'll catch and shoot for you.
Yeah, he can shoot. I mean, he can still shoot over anybody.
Well, that's the only thing he can be able to do. He don't went from a 7-foot playmaking, slashing, shot creating sharpshooter. Now he's just gonna be a stretch big, fam.
Yeah.
He's still gonna be pretty OP because he'll be able to catch and shoot.
But then again, if he can't break down the defense, they can throw a big on him to guard him. And now he can't, maybe he's not going to be able to get them rebounds. You know what I'm saying? He ain't going to be able to take that advantage. I don't know. But then again, I'm not going to say KD can't come back and be somewhat what he was. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he ain't going to be 100%. You know what I'm saying? But
the only player I know that's ever come back from a serious injury like that and been effective is Grant Hill.
I mean, we're going to see what happens, man.
They should have never played him Game 5. I understand he wanted to play. I understand all that, but I was watching, Skip and all of them and ESPN talking about like he loves basketball and how you going to tell a superstar. Easy, sit your ass the fuck down.
Dang.
Do you want to put yourself in a position? What type of lineup is this? Do you want to put yourself in a position to where
listen back to this? That's gonna be hilarious.
You want to put yourself in a position where you put all that money at risk.
Right.
He was getting ready to go. He was going to write his own ticket next year. Now teams are going to be a little skeptical.
Yeah, they're going to hold it on him.
And he's not going to get that max deal that he thought he was going to get.
He still might get the max, man.
No, he's not. It's not going to happen, fam.
You don't see.
Remember Cousins before the Achilles tear.
But that's different.
After
Cousins, he ain't not on level like KD. Though.
No, but Cousins was a beast.
Cousins was a beast.
He's a fracture of the man he was.
My thing with Cousins is, it takes a while to come back. You're not gonna come back after 1 year. It's gonna take a year or two. It's gonna take 2 or 3 years. Plus, on top of that, Cousins wasn't in shape because you can't get in game shape unless you play in the game. You know what I mean? But yeah, Cousins,
the other person, Derrick Rose, he didn't have Achilles tear, but
right, he went through the ringer.
Derrick Rose, he went to Minnesota and he's got his game back. He'll never be the same.
He'll never be
explosive player, but he can still get buckets.
He can get buckets.
You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens. But yeah, I already knew that wasn't going. Now, as far as the other news, anything about politics?
Man, you can take a shot in the dark. You might hit a body.
Nah, but right now they're looking to try to impeach Trump. I mean,
for real?
Yeah, man, because he lies. I mean, but my thing is, what did people expect?
I mean, what he got like a year?
He is reality. Yeah, the election is going to be this year. I think we're
for the
they're starting to camp. No, there ain't no primaries. They're starting the campaign right now.
Right, like they.
So in November we'll be voting for the next president.
Right.
The fucking Democratic Party got 20,000 candidates. For what reason, I don't know. It's like 20 of them niggas trying to run for president. They're trying to figure out how to cut that down. Trump's lying about everything. You know what I'm saying? We had this 2-year investigation of Russia messing with the primaries in 2016. Trump is doing everything in his power to keep that from happening. Then recently he said if any foreign country has any dirt on any of his competitors, he's willing to listen. That's just strictly against the law. The issue is most of the presidents have been marginally civil, marginally honest. I have to say marginally because the government lies. Trump will say one thing, he'll tell you the sky's blue on camera, and then at 6 o'clock on Fox News, he said, nah, that's not what I said. I said it was bluish. It's red, but I was saying it's bluish because in the context of what I was saying, you guys are terrible. You guys are just really terrible. And you know, like he just lies. And
right.
My thing is, what did you expect? We're talking about a reality TV star who got lucky and became president. I still to this day believe he got lucky and became president. He wasn't supposed to win. This was all we're gonna get washed.
I know an Ace Boogie. I don't know if that's him though.
We're gonna get washed. All of them are 94s and above. But yeah, man, like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? The impeachment ain't gonna happen. It's too much work.
What's the point in impeaching it? You know what I mean? It's already, it ain't like he just got elected.
Yeah. Well, it's just because, you know what I'm saying, they have to, for one thing, whenever someone says impeach, you're gonna get views in ratings. Right. But I don't think people understand the process it takes to impeach, because from what I've seen is,
what bill is this?
This is the two-way shock.
Yeah.
But most people didn't pay attention in their social studies class.
Right.
They have no idea what the government is. If you ask the average person what are the four branches of the government, they wouldn't know what to tell you.
I thought it was 3.
No, it's 4.
What's the 4th?
The news.
You comment.
The news is the 4th branch of the government. They don't make the news; they just report it. You know, the government tells them what to say.
Right.
They can't say everything. They can't report like that once. I mean, that's the whole point of the reason why. That's part of the reason why John F. Kennedy was assassinated, because he wanted to give the news the free reign that they're supposed to have. But yeah, man. I don't know. I'm gonna keep paying attention to it. I'm gonna keep following it. Every morning I wake up, I watch CNN. I would watch Fox News, but they on a whole nother fucking planet, fam. I don't know what planet they on, but they. To be completely honest, they just ride Trump's dick 24/7. That's just what they're there for.
Well, is that the only thing on the news they be talking about?
Pretty much. I mean, there's really not. I mean, of course, you got the tornadoes and all that good shit. Oh, you see that?
Yeah,
Did you see that?
I seen that.
Clean. Nah, but oh shit, he's in the corner. But I'm gonna keep following that. And plus, I don't think people understand. Like, if Trump was to get impeached, the only other nigga you got in office is Race Bannon. Don't nobody know who Race Bannon is. That's Mike Pence. And Mike Pence is out of his fucking mind. He is. He thinks that homosexuals should be sent to a training camp and they can get like electroshock therapy.
He said this.
he believes in it. Like, he wholeheartedly believes that, you know what I'm saying, you can send people to a camp and the homosexuality can be extracted from them. And, you know, that's just idiocy. I don't, you know, like I said, to each his own. But once someone's gay, they just gay. It's a choice, and that's what, you know, they choose to do that. They choose to be who they are.
Have you seen that movie Idiocracy?
Who's in it?
You ain't seen Idiocracy? Bruh, what?
Idiocracy. Who's in it?
The only person I know, what's his name, bruh? Big Swole guy's in it. Terry Crews is in it.
Okay, Terry Crews.
What's his name? Not Owen Wilson, but the brother, the one that's not as famous.
Owen Wilson,
he's in the movies.
I know
the one from Old School.
The one with the broken nose?
Nah.
Oh, the other one.
The other one.
Yeah, dark haired one.
Yeah, he's in it. And I forgot the other guy. There's another guy in it that I know, but I can't remember his name. He was in Let's Go to Jail, I think. I think it's called Let's Go to Jail. Anyways, bro, you gotta watch that movie, bro, because it embodies of what we are right now.
Word.
Where we at? Like I'm dead ass serious. Like, like if you watch that movie, bro, for sure.
I'm gonna have to check it out. Is it on Netflix or?
Nah, I've been trying to find it because I'm trying to show my wife, but
I bet you I can find it on their website.
Yeah, allegedly, there's a possibility
that you'll be able to watch it.
That you might be able to watch it, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it.
You ain't got no Fire Stick yet, do you?
Nah, I ain't got one of those, coach. But yeah, definitely check that out, bro.
Bet. Now, as far as changing the name, I had some ideas.
You had some ideas. What's the idea?
Yeah, one idea that I really like is the Brothers or the Ox Black Comedy. Black comedy, not saying like racial comedy, because that's what everybody's gonna think.
That's what people gonna think.
But no, and I'm gonna tell them, Google it. Black comedy, as in like serious comedy. It's we have fun with serious topics,
right?
Topics that nobody wants to really talk about. You know what I'm saying? But I was thinking at first, I was thinking Da Vinci's Black Comedy, but just because it sounds fresh. But I don't know. I know I want black comedy in there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, we're gonna have fun talking about subjects that people don't normally really want to or uncomfortable talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I want this podcast to be about. Because a lot of people don't talk about shit. I mean, nowadays people don't have nothing to talk about. They really don't have really good content. The average person, anyway. Because there are good podcasts out there, but the average person don't have nothing to talk about for real because
they avoid the subjects that should really be talking about.
Well, also because of social media. Why aren't you... Oh, he hit that. But social media. Social media doesn't have any substance to it, man. Right. That's something else I need to start doing is posting more. But like I said, it's just, there's no substance. And sometimes it feels like a waste of time. I'm going to put... There's a verse in the Bible that talks about why waste jewels on dogs and swine or something like that. I don't know. You know, I ain't no preacher or nothing. Well, dummy, dude. Dummy. Facial. But why would I give out all this valuable information on a platform where people don't want valuable information?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's not what Facebook and Twitter and all that's for.
Yeah. There's
a lot of people who do it, but it don't get fights, ratchet shit, stuff like that. It gets way more clicks. You
looking like a dummy. Yeah.
This is the reason why I hate playing with randoms. Like, he waited entirely too long to shoot that. That's my fault. But yeah, So yeah, I need to post more.
But as far as the title, like when we had started talking about what the title is now, it doesn't. Are we going to try to embody everything? Those are dying. Are we going to try to embody everything that the podcast is? Because honestly, the podcast be going off the rails.
And that's the reason why I wanted to call it Black Comedy, because, like I said, we have fun, we talk about subjects, and we're not pigeonholed to just the Dean. Oh, he hit that. They are gunning on these 95s, boy. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. But yeah, man. And as soon as I figure this pip out, we're gonna be rolling. I would like to do this at this time of the morning every Friday, so we can have content coming out. Right. Well, at least until
gotta get those. Stuff out here, coach.
But yeah, it's been a pretty decent podcast already. We've only been here 30 minutes.
We only been 30 minutes?
Yeah. That's wild. We talk about a lot in 30 minutes. That's wild as shit. Yeah. That's what's up.
It's that decaf podcast.
Yeah. Other than that, have you listened to any of the lectures? Any of the guys that I sent you?
No, I ain't got a chance, coach.
There's one I'm listening to called Shadid Muhammad. He's alright. Of course, there's Mufti Munir. Honestly, since Ramadan's been over, I ain't really listened to too much, because there's ebbs and flows to this Deen. Like, some days you feel like you want to learn everything, and then some days I don't want to hear nothing that got to do with anything with the Deen. Nothing.
And it ain't even like, it's not a diss. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just, I live life, fam. Like, not every day has to be super religious for me. I always remember Allah because He comes first, but He's going to trick that. I always remember Allah because He comes first, but some days I just want to live. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, they don't want to give it to the point guard no more. I ain't no point guard.
Hitting shot.
But trying to get ready for 2K20. You know, so a lot of days I don't want to watch no lectures. I just want to get on here and grind out. And I just got.
So let me ask you this: you spend all this time. We're definitely way past the halfway point in between this 2K dropping and the next 2K, right?
Yeah.
What do you get from grinding a different build now, knowing that the new game is gonna come out? Like, maybe I was thinking about it, I was like, maybe he's trying to like get a feel of how, like, okay, if I max this type of build out, what is it gonna be like? You know what I'm saying? Instead of just like, all right, I'm gonna make this build, max it out, then I'm gonna go wreak havoc. And I'm just like, by the time, at least the way I play, for some reason, or at least the time I have to play, you know, I don't have time to get maxed out. And then by the time I get maxed out and go, you know, try to wreak havoc, you know, 2K20 be dropping this week or so.
It's more so with me, it's like who I play with, playing styles. Like, a lot of my builds were built because of trying to figure out or knowing like who I'm playing with, who I'm playing against. Like, this specific build right here is for when I come in here by myself. Okay. Because when I play with random people I don't know, I would much rather play point guard, but niggas bitch too much.
They do.
They cry, I don't get the ball enough, wham, you missed the pass, what are you doing? I was open in the corner, blah, blah, blah. It's all that always.
I don't like playing with randoms either.
But a lot of times I have to play with randoms because I don't want to grind my career. I don't want to do that. Like, I want a challenge. You know what I'm saying? And so I go into these lobbies looking for a challenge, looking for a good game, only to find a bunch of people with no type of IQ,
Right.
and I don't want to do all that work.
So you basically just trying to have a build for any time, any group
occasion.
of people you play with or whatever. You got a build for that. Like, oh, I'm playing with you. You got this build. Okay, I'm gonna go with this build.
Because that's what I usually do when I get on. Because I'm like, what build are you bringing? What build are you bringing? What build are you bringing? Now next year for 2K20, since I'll be streaming, I'm not doing that. Like,
what you gonna have? Like,
I'm making
5,
3 at the most.
3 at the most.
I'll probably make a point guard, 2 guard, and a small forward. That's it. That's it. And that's all. Because I'm gonna be streaming, and I'm not gonna be trying to figure out what you got. I need this. I need this. I need this. Let's play.
Like, hey,
you know what I'm saying?
This build, I'll let me.
You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, as much as I play, I know what builds are good to play with each other. I know what, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I also want people who have microphones. There's nothing worse than playing with people you can't communicate with.
Yeah, I feel that.
Or don't want to communicate. Some people have mics, and they only turn them on when they feel like crying. Oh, fuck boy shit.
They do that. I'm not gonna lie. I be playing Fortnite. Sometimes I use my mic, sometimes I don't. Just off of, the game about to be short, depending on whether, we drop and get eliminated or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And at the same time, people just assholes for no reason. I don't got, I'm not about to, even give you, I'm not about to indulge in any of that. Like, I ain't got time for that. You know what I mean?
See, I mute niggas in a heartbeat.
I feel you.
But I'll mute a nigga in a heartbeat. They'll get on like, oh, you fuck mute.
You got your camera and everything?
No, I'm gonna get a webcam to go over here. I just ain't got it yet, but I am. I'm gonna get it. Go with the laptop and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
What's my stat line looking like? And also, my biggest thing is no turnovers.
Turnovers is crucial.
I don't, because some people are like, why don't you make it pass? Because I don't like doing turnovers, my G. Like, I'm not even going to throw the ball across the lane knowing there's a lockdown down there. I don't even know what build I'm up against. What is he? Some type of shot creator. Once this build gets to like 92 overall, he's going to be literally like a young Kawhi. That's off. What?
That's what I was thinking. Basically, that's the Kawhi build that, that's the closest to Kawhi that you can get to a build. Like, you can't really make these superstar players because they basically got like 4 different things they really great at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe he hit that shot in my face, though. That's what I'm tripping off of. Pass it, dickhead. But yeah, I think that's going to be that's it this week on our podcast. We have definitely been silent too long. I'm definitely going to cut that to make it a little shorter. But it's been even though we came in kind of freestyle today, it's been a pretty good podcast.
Freestyling. I forgot my mic. My bad, y'all. Y'all can't hear me. I still don't understand the takeover. I think it's because I ain't really played 2K19 that much. Plus, my 2K19 broke, so it's not playing. So I don't even get to play it.
You know, it's It's available for download for $2.99 right now.
For $2.99?
Yeah, you could download a digital copy for $3 right now. I'm pissed.
But I mean, honestly, is it worth it though?
I mean, for $3, fam, like, just to keep yourself from getting rusty.
I mean, that's true, Coach.